come out and be aggressive, trying to score. And
feeding to Kuzma against the team. His second 20-point game.
4 to 5 3-point attempts
for Vincent in his first start in.
At the basket, which means dunk for him, and does a great job attacking the rim.
Here's Taurean Prince trying to answer. Attacking. Speaking of Morris, he teased.
Has a snowball's chance, and
he was just 8 of 17.
That tells me a couple of things. You know, maybe it's not dunking, something is going on.
Short list before they'll have to make a decision with him.
Always a decent shooter day, but really, really great season shooting.
Vincent, so foul trouble will be something.
Yeah, and just deduction.
Dave Vincent trying
upon to give you 20 a night. 20 a night.
Put his numbers on display at times, though.
Well, I think that's what got him paid.
Kyle Kuzma, nice lateral droppers. Foul. Here's Kyle Kuzma.
You may think that, but
Bucks with the early 9-point lead. Go himself by this Milwaukee team.
It's not a regular in there.
A 5-0 run now for the Lakers. A trap step in the paint. Against a short-handed Lakers.
Mistakes mentally. You can't keep 6 minutes left in that game. No more, but you just saw it play out on that possession. 5
for him.
Yeah, said the same thing, I believe, about
mention Bronny James.
The seams of the Bucks defense and let it out.
It's a 9-0 run. Here's Bronny James.
Especially in his G League assignments, then when he collapsed that zone defense and then fade, do the exact same thing.
Hockey run.
Against Golden State, what he felt like his team did well with this. Every game until the end of the season.
Tonight, he is out with the soleus steal. Here's Trent, who has been points the last time against the Lakers for points in just 4 minutes.
This is a lot of young. This is the kind of basketball that you should be playing.
Now, recite it back to me.
Nice and smooth, covering distance.
Themselves on a 16-point run for this Lakers team here late, but
find something that sticks in terms of some kind of way. LeBron and Rui Hachimura. It's another 28 to 30.
The Bucks coaches just said, hey, look, someone else is going to point win at Fiserv Forum. Cam Reddish. They've won 9 in a row here at
Help side defense, that weak side eye.
Somebody, huh? Here's a pull for the team lead in scoring so far.
From that third quarter against Golden State.
Bucks will bleed it down as far as they can. Emerson and Reddish. 3-point to have you with us tonight. Little late night game 2 of that stretch. Here's Melanie Ricks on the sidelines.
Been some semblance of that, but you got to give Vic.
That was the 6th time this year that got it
down. Jackson Hayes.
So, Lakers team without 6 rotations. Here's Goodwin the other way.
I think maybe last game or triple doubles and playing as hard as he played.
It was the other way.
With the gravity of Giannis.
Substitution. Shake Milton takes a seat. The Mavericks.
His ability to knock down that open shot.
If it was even close to
and knocking those shots down, urged you to stop him from doing it.
He's almost been averaging over 20 points a game in the
handed finish, left-handed take, his left hand.
Something tells me he could
J level, that my hand.
I remember when I first took this job, to be honest, but he may have missed an opportunity then in this league anymore back in your day, it might have.
Well,
at 11:30 a.m. Good action here for the Bucks. Dave Vincent back out to Morris.
The turnover of the careless back after he released it. So far, so good for the Bucks.
Raw player, these things are contagious, the good and the play in the opening half.
Open looks from the outside.
Closer, but another steal. Here comes Rollins with Vincent around the screen. Get on track here in this core points. The second most points against the Lakers. Glenn.
Encroaching upon your landing.
On offense here is Brook Lopez.
That's not an easy shot. That's a stir-in-chief on defense and things. That's why the Bucks made the commitment.
Tate's out top.
Shooting that three-point shot.
Range, but in the second quarter they've hit
first down. Not tonight.
By a ways in free throw
shots that there is between layup guys more involved into it.
I get the sense he could be a guy that. So Milwaukee's led by as many as 20.
Size, shoot a fadeaway jump shot as opposed.
That hit for 3 of his first close tonight than you do in double-digit score. We'll get to that step the bench. Rollins feeds Trent. And then on the final minute of this one.
But would it translate as a coach? Veteran coaches in this league, as if coaching James Harden.
Los Angeles. Game clock and shot clock separate by about. Giannis backs his way in on Vincent. Trent. But he says, get it out of here. Kuzma, player that scored more than 8 points in that. He wants the goaltend too.
I mean, Flowers still do, but NBA.
In his career, prior to tonight.
Where younger guys who played hard and fully short-handed lineup.
Well, you did in this game because guys, they get belief and
to be effective.
Giannis connect on the other end of things for the Lakers. Hayes sends it away. Just joining us in these late night hours. Kuzma Sending it over to his 9th start of the season here tonight.
Rescinded trade.
Yeah.
Right? Was it Mark that played well this season, but well for a young player.
The other way, Giannis with 4 defenders. Keith Morris will hand it out top to Jitterbug moves.
Imprint on this offense.
In addition for the Lakers here, well, he's been a real nice addition. They're going to.
And so Jordan Goodwin is starting to instill some confidence, adequate enough to be effective. Here's warm-ups to get back in, as well as he played in that Vanderbilt. Reeves points, and you're like 19 minutes will forever be etched on my tongue.
It is this Lakers team is. You just reeled off the.
You're letting this Laker team hang around. You got to get him.
Hayes. Right, that's tough to figure.
Jackson Hayes stood him up out inside and make the outside shooter. The category, they're missing so many key players, but put them away, put them out of their misery.
With a block and a couple steals, which is worth noting, but you've only got. So Antetokounmpo rebounded so well this year, but without
capitalizing on the lack of Bakwa, and that's where you miss.
Single player in double digits. They have spread it out from Giannis, but it goes right to Prince.
The rim for that slam dunk putback.
How did they hold on to that, Alex?
This Laker team with the personnel of
the 76. Giannis from Crypto.com, arena down. Ball, and it's going to be taken by Porter, and there's going to be there in the transition attack.
Got the ball exceptionally well all season long.
Be awfully proud of what he's watching right now from the first half. Already here in
quick, too strong.
Second quarter, trying to lead the league in scoring. Have a decided height advantage here against
contact with Giannis down in the post.
But then missed by Jemison, but another.
But on the offensive glass, at least on that position.
You open your door and you go out and see them?
I feel like they could be. Those are the ones you kind of.
Mind your own business, Dave, but and me right now. You never know. They had one of 6 20-point games that year.
Lou Adler and all.
Denzel. Got to get that guy's autograph.
After games when I played with the Clippers.
They've done a nice job of that. It has been. That's him or what? You want to talk over a shot? Make the most avid fans seem like the court. It is caught and a drop.
Bronny a hard time. I'm sure they've had a lot.
Working it out to Trent. Step back. That ties the season high.
Right stop on a dime. It's more big time than that.
Yeah. Somehow, Jake Milton. It's coming. Celebrity. Here comes Green.
This team is already a talent disparity just too much.
More like we hoped it would go here tonight.
For that move, which tells me that the
guy that had played 207 on the shot for Goodwin, but Jemison runs it. Rebounding. They've had a number of those looks. That one is
Gary Trent Jr. carrying the load.
Just 2 off of their largest
offensive rebounds. So be it.
Might if this thing stays close to where it is. That would be stat counting right there. Here's some teams when they weren't thinking about it.
Yeah.
Against the Golden State.
And just in terms of making up.
Rollins able to hold on to them. Racing ahead. Hands off to
offensive effort against the Lakers.
Into the foray. It is connect.
Jake Milton, Ryan Rollins having a chance to see Pete Nance. That tone at the defensive end of the floor.
That's it. Also on the floor now for the Bucks. He's Oklahoma City since playing against there now. AJ Green. Ronnie highs and points, assists, rebound. Going into the last break.
12 points.
Jackson is the reason, but for this Bucks team is. But for Milwaukee, that 100 finish under that 13 and 29. That still remains to be seen. That may be our own.
Right in the Hillside Project, it just kind of took off. People love
game. Is you're going to need a little extra dose of
game on the road.
The lead, Superstar gets the rest of it.
As Milwaukee from the bright. That's certainly been the keep pace here. Just a game back. Bronny James tonight when it's all said and done.
So
you're flirting with it.
He is lead, so this is going to be fun.
He's minus 37 to be fair. Seen his minutes on defense. And he can make
Golden State in that first half. There was an element on the floor for you. Emergency. You need a booster
to do out there, which is invaluable.
They'll get their chance.
Livingston just missed a chance to Bucks and one Shelly Sacks for sure. You learn that the older you get. Donovan sends out Diabolic into the Bucks stripe, and Milwaukee is going to trip as the Bucks. No player that scored more than 8 points in that first half, but he wants the goaltend too.
I mean, that was Penn. They used to allow it, still do, but NBA getting on the backboard was an automatic.
So the second 3 points in his career prior to tonight. So there's your answer.
Where younger guys who played hard and battle. This woefully short-handed lineup.
Well, you don't want to leave these guys close here tonight in this game because of the expectations. These young guys, they get belief, and you know what the rest can look like.
A shot to be effective.
Giannis dropped it, gets it back, and connects on the other end of things for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes sends it away to Goodwin. And if you're just joining us in these late night hours in the Central Time Zone, here's Kuzma sending it to Rollins. He fires away. Check that. His 9th start of the season here tonight. The net got fouled by
rescinded trade. Right?
Yeah.
Was it Mark Williams?
Yep.
Blair Williams had played well this season, but did not pass the physical, so he's handled it well for a young player.
His 18th straight game is an opportunity the other way. Giannis with 4 defenders in front of him goes banging into. Keith Morris will hand it out top to Jackson Hayes. Lopez on Vincent. Jitterbug move sets up Goodwin. 3.
J. Redick imprint on this offense. They're shooting 38% of their.
Well as in addition for the Lakers here late as Giannis goes. Boy, he's been a real nice addition. They're going to want to keep him around.
And so Jordan Goodwin is a terrific defensive ready. He's starting to instill some confidence in him in his outside shooting. He'll shoot adequately enough to be effective.
Here's a three-pointer from Kuzma.
Taking off his warm-ups to get back in as well as he played in that first half. So he's going to get some more burn. Vanderbilt, Reeves, Hachimura, 34 points in like 19 minutes for the Spurs. His name will forever be etched on my tongue.
Yeah, took a little bit to get it. Short-handed as this Lakers team is, you just reeled off those names.
What did Mamo have? 20. But again, you're letting this Laker team hang around. You got to get off this 11-point lead. And then
Jackson Hayes driving at Lopez, running play. That's tough to figure.
Jackson Hayes stood him up.
Kuzma.
Lead your crowd inside and make the outside shooters. Ryan Rollins, Kyle Kuzma is into that category. They're missing so many key players, but a win is a win. It's got to put them away, put them out of their misery, like right now.
Well, good here tonight with a block and a couple steals. Ability, which is worth noting, but you've only got 15 left. So Antetokounmpo 5 of 6 from the line. So our team has rebounded so well this year, but without Sims, without Portis.
Nice job capitalizing on the lack of box outs by the Bucks on the inside.
Here tonight.
Well, and that's where you miss not only Bobby Portis, but a Jerry.
Don't have a single player in double digits. They have spread it out almost perfectly evenly. And touch free from Giannis, but it goes right to Prince.
Trent was quickly off the rim for that slam dunk putback.
Here's a catch and shoot after a while. How did they hold on to that? Alex Len had no idea it was coming.
This Laker team with the personnel available will continue to struggle.
The 76ers as Milwaukee goes to work on. Giannis drives right past Alex III from Crypto.com Arena downtown LA. Just dropped the ball and it's going to be taken by Porter. KPJ right after onto it, and there's going to be Porter to send it in. Gets it to Giannis. Defense there in the transition attack. Trent, catch and shoot.
He shot the ball exceptionally well all season long, especially tonight.
Dad's got to be awfully proud of what he's watching right now. Giannis between 2 defender tally from the first half. Already here in the second half, and they're
too quick, too strong. Barrels right through any count.
Here in the second quarter, trying to lead the league in scoring in second half scoring. So he'll have a decided height advantage here against Cam Reddish, and he
in contact with Giannis down in the post.
Cleaned up and then missed by Jemison, but another chance for the Lakers. And
an effort on the offensive glass, at least on that possession for the Lakers.
You open your door and you go out and see them?
I've seen it all my life. But they look like they could be. Those are the ones you kind of stare at the most.
Maybe mind your own business, Dave, but they're talking about sitting behind me right now. You never know in this town. That should be a charge. And they had one of 6 20-point games that year. It is a leader as well.
Nicholson and Lou Adler and all. Denzel Washington regulars at the Forum.
You're like, I got to get that guy's autograph.
Not nightclub after games when I played with the Clippers with Jack and Lou Adler and all.
Third quarter, they've done a nice job of that. It has been Giannis and Trent, and Giannis
let him make this first one. Big fella.
Distract him or what? You want to talk over a shot? You guys make the most avid fans seem like they're not even the least bit superstood across the court. It is caught and a drive from Reddish. Giannis
giving Bronny a hard time. I'm sure they've had a lot of interaction with him.
Working it out to Trent. Step back three. Can he do it again tonight? That ties a season high. Here's Porter on the first possession.
You're going right, stop on a dime, get the defense in an awkward position. That's more big time than that.
Yeah.
Miss Buzz.
Humble, but somehow Jake Milton got rid of it, but it's not going to matter. But it's coming.
Yeah, well, I'm
Level celebrity. Here comes Green. He pulls up.
Look, this team is already ready to go, but that talent disparity is just too much to make up.
A little bit more like we hoped it would go here tonight. This thing was close at one point.
Kuzma for that move, which tells me that the bench is, it's locked.
This was a guy that had played 276 games with his franchise. Too much on the shot for Goodwin, but Jemison runs it down. Defensive rebounding, they've had a number of those looks. That one on a long rebound, those are tough.
Giannis and Gary Trent Jr. carrying the load.
A little hezzy there now. They've just two off of their largest lead with Jemison losing it.
A few long offensive rebounds, so be it.
Lopez over tonight if this thing stays close to where it is.
It should be.
That would be stat running right there. Here's Connect. Come out and bit some teams when they weren't thinking about it.
Yeah.
It goes back to last Saturday pitch against the Golden State Warriors and then beat handed. 3-point try. Dalton couldn't
be coming in just in terms of making up some of that score.
Rollins able to hold on to that pivot foot. That would have been a racing ahead. Hands off to Kuzma.
It's a great offensive effort against the Lakers.
Into the foray. It is Pete Nance checking in. Connect. Launches. Nance.
Jake Milton, Ryan Rollins having a little T out. I would get a chance to see Pete Nance, the younger son of Larry Nance Lakes.
Ryan Rollins tonight getting
mindset tone at the defensive end of the floor.
I like what he brings.
Yep.
Pat Connaughton also on the floor now for the Bucks. He sends a nice dart down low against Oklahoma City since playing against Washington back on February. Also out there now. A.J. Green squeezing off a three. Bronny James throwing up top. Got a career highs in points, assists, rebounds, blocks, and minutes. Calling for him going into the last break. Bucks fans everywhere.
Assuming it along with his 12 points.
Jackson and steal and the pass to, I think with good reason, but for this Bucks team as Ajax takes it inside. I'm in, but for Milwaukee, that 120-point threshold, when they finish under that 13-29, they haven't won since. Yeah, that still remains to be seen. That may be our only drama here.
Yeah. Right in the Hillside Projects near Fiserv Forum, and it just kind of took off. People loved it, and the rest
basketball game is you're going to need a little extra dose of coffee here the next few days.
Great game on the road. You just need a win any way you can.
This comfortable lead, superstar gets the rest of it. You can get used to these stretch free.
Steven, Milwaukee getting set to take on Sac. Man, that's certainly been the bright spot for the Lakers tonight, and have to try to keep pace here. Just a game back in the standings. Bronny James back inside again. Dose of Bronny James tonight when it's all said and done.
Well, what's funny, 17. So
you're flirting with it.
He is flirting with winning that bet. That's got the big lead. So this is going to be fun.
Our guy back in the studio there, but he's minus 37 to be fair. Teams seen his minutes usurped by somebody down on defense. And he can make life difficult. We got a whistle off.
Against Golden State in that first half, there was talk about the lack of that element on the floor for you. Andre Jackson Jr. being one of them, in case of emergency. You need a boost of energy and a guy who plays the right
thing he's asked to do out there, which is invaluable for a locker room.
Guys, and they'll get their chance.
Livingston just missed a chance to put a little highlight reel tape together. Young Bucks and one, shall we say, I don't want to call him an old Buck, but yeah, that's for sure. You learn that the older you get. There's a drive inside. Connaughton sends out top. Especially diabolic. Dropping that game to the Bucks. Turnover on the other midcourt stripe, and Milwaukee is going to snap the 2-game lose French road trip as the Bucks take care of business tonight.